Hi there. I thought I'd talk to you now about how to charge for your work. I think as artists, this is like the most difficult conversation for most of us to have. And so we can really just miss the boat with this one and then either get too complicated or we don't communicate really clearly with our potential client and then we end up being resentful. So I always think my motto is clarity is better than kindness. People will do something like, I was just trying to be nice. And you're like, well, no, now I'm resentful, because often when I charge no money for something, people expect an awful lot. So clarity is really important. And I think it's really important for you, first off, before you even speak to someone that might hire you, is what do you need from the situation? If it's to get more experience, yes, you might do it for less money, but it's really hard to teach a client that you're going to spend, that you're going to be charging them more money later. So I always, make sure that I know if they have a budget, ask what it is first. That's always a very complicated question because you're afraid they're playing a game too sometimes, like they don't want to tell you. So one of my little tricks is I ask if they hired someone last year for the same thing and what they paid them. And then I can plan accordingly because I don't have to say yes to everything. Really don't fall for the trap, this would be great exposure, unless it would be, and for some things it's great exposure to go do something for very little. But there's a really bad habit among musicians and performers never to get paid. So you got to ask yourself, what is that about that you can't ask for some money, especially if they're making some money? Now, the first thing they say is, we love you, we think you're talented, but we have no money. That's all in one breath, 40 years of that. And I really just validate that. I say, good for you, I understand that, but I need to earn a living. And then I start seeing how interested they are in me. And then also what they're expecting. Because sometimes they only want 5 minutes, but I'm going to have to travel an hour to get there. So my best thinking about money is teach your clients how you want to be treated. And if you have good clients, you reward the good clients. You don't just give discounts for everybody. If people are good to you and do for you, you can throw in extra, but after you pay your amount. Now let's talk about COVID, because this has changed the dynamic. That monthly or weekly gig that you had, the live show, for me that all went out the window. And I don't have a tour right now, so I'm on some experimenting with what I'm going to do next. So I would call that research, and I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do Zoom coaching? I can't really do stand-up right now because it doesn't work for me. I'm not that brilliant at videos, as you can see. But I'm doing a little bit of Zoom. I'm doing a Zoom show. We are broadcasting it on StreamYard, which for musicians is a better quality because Zoom has a lot of lag on it. And then also you can bring in a guest, and it's very much set up like a live show. The people are backstage, you click a button, they come on stage. And live stream will take you right to YouTube, and it'll take you to Facebook. So you can just do it all at once. But where do you get the money? There's the money, honey, where is it? So you really have to keep educating your viewer on what you want from them. And, you can't say, give me money every 5 minutes. So you can say things like, if you buy your tickets ahead of time, you're guaranteed a great upfront seat. I'm experimenting with that. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm not going to go back to doing everything for free. I just can't, right? And I need to learn to make a living in this new reality of COVID. So the other times, you've seen this on YouTube or Facebook Live, is you can, put your PayPal up or your email up and get them to donate. That's great, but there's a lot of drive-bys, so you want to keep putting that up in the Facebook Live to donate if they like you. If you can't respond to the live comments, maybe you can have a partner or someone to do that, and then keep reminding them that you're trying to make a living off of this. And you do it in a nice way. Hey guys, the tip jar's open. Or, if you're giving 10% to charity, you can say, for every dollar, out of every $10, I'll give $1. And you keep reminding them that you're providing a service. And you do it in a funny way, in a kind way. Don't use pity. People like, I got to pay the kids groceries and stuff. Just do it in this generous way, because I find there's a lot of people that will be very generous. Yeah, so sliding scale, reminding people to pay. And if you're a person who has a hard time asking for payment, especially if you're at a certain point in your career, put it up on every blog post, put it up on your site, put it up, tip jars. Find a way to see where people can pay you. And then some of them won't work for you because you just either don't feel comfortable with it or you didn't ask in the right way. And that might be something that you revisit in 90 days. I'm going to just try to make a little bit of money here, what feels comfortable.